following the assertion by Bashir El-Rufai that Peter Obi has the number to send President Bola Ahmed Tinubu back to Lagos before 12 noon on election day, more than Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. People are asking, which numbers was he talking about? That is what we're going to explain in this video, to show you the numbers that Peter Obi has. Now, let us also let you understand that at the presidential election petition tribunal, Peter Obi was able to present proof that he got 10 million votes that was slashed down to 6.1 million votes by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Of course, that petition did not succeed, but many believe that Peter Obi has higher numbers than all of them, all the presidential candidates in the 2023 presidential election, and they are aware of it. And I'm sure that the El-Rufais, they are also aware of this, that if that election was free and fair, there's no way Tinubu had bigger number than Peter Obi. But that is by the way. Now, in the actual election result, the one that INEC bandied as the result of the election, you discover that they declared Tinubu winner with 8.7 million votes. Atiku came second with 6.9 million votes. Peter Obi, they put him third position with 6.1 million votes. And Rabi Musa was fourth with 1.4 million votes. But that does not truly explain the real fact of the numbers and why Peter Obi is far better candidate that stand a better chance of defeating Bola Ahmed Tinubu than any other, than Atiku Abubakar. Now, when you look at the outcome of the election, you find out that Peter Obi defeated Bola Ahmed Tinubu in southern Nigeria by a wide margin. In southern Nigeria, Peter Obi beat all the candidates in southern Nigeria. He got 45.5% of the votes in southern Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with the help that Yesowike rendered to him in Rivers State, got 35.5% of the votes. And of course, with what INEC did in allegedly slashing the vote figures of Peter Obi in Lagos, Atiku got 19.4% of the votes. Rabi Musa Kwankwaso 0.46% of the votes in southern Nigeria. Peter Obi victory in southern Nigeria was decisive. Now in northern Nigeria, that is where the vulnerability of Atiku Abubakar showed very well. In southern Nigeria, Tinubu led Atiku Abubakar by 38.9% of the votes. He got 38.9% of the votes, beating Atiku Abubakar by 3.7%, because Atiku Abubakar got 35.2% of the northern votes. So Tinubu beat Atiku in his backyard, okay, in northern Nigeria. And Peter Obi got 15.2% of the vote in northern Nigeria. And Kwankwaso got 10.9% of the votes in northern Nigeria. Now, if Atiku had beaten Tinubu in northern Nigeria, it would have turned around that election to the direction that Tinubu wouldn't have been president today. Okay, but Tinubu beat him in northern Nigeria. Now, Peter Obi got 15.2% of votes in northern Nigeria. Why is that very critical and important? It is critical and important because you are talking about Peter Obi. That was the first time he was contesting for president. He didn't have local government chairman. He didn't have state house of assembly member. He didn't have senator. He didn't have house of reps member. He didn't have nothing. Okay. He was without any structure, which was what everybody was talking about before the election. Yet, he was able to garner 10 million votes that he then presented to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court sided with INEC and accepted only 6.1 million votes. Okay. But situated with Atiku Abubakar, who has at that time about 13 state governors, many over 20 senators, a large number, over 30 House of Reps members and all kinds of state assembly members, local government chairmen, all what can make a person to be said to be entrenched. Peter Obi was not entrenched in the north and he got 15% of the votes. So that was an indication of somebody who can be trusted in 2027 to be able to ward off the so-called structure of APC and PDP. This is important because ahead of the 2027 election, Atiku Abubakar is not going to have the opportunity of having governors who are the structures he was relying on, because there was an old video of Atiku trending where it was saying that Peter Obi can't go anywhere. He doesn't have councillors, he doesn't have governors, he doesn't have anybody. That is what makes that puts anybody in a position of winning an election. But he's now in a similar position, and he doesn't have the court-like followership. He doesn't have the numbers, and he can't be able to generate that number. He doesn't have that cult-like followership that should be able to mobilize Nigerians to trust him better than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So these are the numbers that Bashir El-Rufai was looking at and said, look, Peter Obi is the man. He has the numbers. He has the sheer force. He has the court followership. Because that is what you need. If you don't have structure, you must have court followership. You must have the kind of court followership that late President Muhammad Buhari enjoyed. Because Muhammad Buhari, it wasn't what propelled him to national prominence is because of the court followership he enjoys. Peter Obi is enjoying similar thing across various parts of this country. And that is what any party in opposition that want to remove an incumbent government must have. It is lacking in Atiku Abubakar, but it is present in Peter Obi. So for those of you who are asking where are the numbers that Bashir is talking about, that Peter Obi has the numbers, I'm just giving you a brief of why Peter Obi's numbers matters and why it is more valuable than whatever Atiku is bringing on the table in terms of his capacity to be able to influence the delegates to make him the candidate of the party. And if they make him that candidate, he is not likely to win the election. It is that's very clear. I don't know whether you grasp this or not, but just understand what I'm saying. That what I'm saying is to give clarity to Bashir El-Rufai's assertion that Peter Obi has the numbers. He has overwhelming numbers, which is what is needed to be able to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. And already you know that the North that Tinubu is relying on, he cannot get those numbers again. While his popularity, if any, of Tinubu had faded, and is fading fast because of his poor performance, the popularity of Peter Obi is getting wider and wider and wider across the nation. So Bashir El-Rufai is right. All Peter Obi needs is a strong northern running mate, and he will cruise to victory as long as the election is free and fair. I don't know what you think about the numbers that Bashir El-Rufai is talking about, and his possibility of making Obi president ahead of Atiku Abubakar, who from all indication doesn't have the numbers to be able to remove Tinubu in 2027. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you, and please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.